Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and yes, this is another video of me chilling in front of the camera without any makeup on. I am still in quarantine. I'm not wearing makeup if it's not necessary. Plus, I've had 3 pimples that formed on my forehead that I'm trying to get under control. Can you see them? Hold on. Ow. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're finally dried out, so now I just don't want to interfere with their healing process by putting cosmetics, so deal with it. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. Today we're talking about my health journey. No, I am not a fitness professional, nutritionist, trainer, none of that. I just figured I've started my journey, so why not share the process with you guys? Some of you guys may have questions about the beginning part of it all. I might help you guys just by sharing. So that's what I have decided to do. So let's do that. But before we do that, we can't talk about health if we're not talking about water. Grab some water. Grab some water, babes. Clink. Now let's begin. Okay. So I guess we can just start with my history of weight and health and all that. The heaviest I've ever been is 95 kgs. I was actually a little bit above 95 kgs. And during that time, I was living in the US. Well, I've been living in the US since I was very, very young, but the majority of my weight gain happened between the ages of like 15 to that time. And I got up to 95 kgs. This is a picture of me when I was 85 kgs, and I gained more after that. I used to look like a mama nani. I was just round and plump. It was just almost thin, you know? And the way I lost that weight was very simple. I just moved back to Kenya. Food here is a lot different than food in the US. It's healthier, organic, it's amazing. So mixed in with Kenyan food, eating at home, my mom's cooked food, and also the fact that when I was in college, if you guys are in your 30s, like, you know what I'm talking about. When you're in college, you're very active. So, you know, taking my tattoos to town, walking around with your friends. I used to do a lot of secondhand shopping, Sukikomba, toy. Like, I was just always active. When we used to go to the club, we actually used to dance. Not that 30-year-old thing that we do, which is at the bar table, because we don't want to get up. Like, we just used to be very, very active. So like the weight literally just melted off my body very, very quickly. So that happened. Then of course, college ends, and then you start getting comfortable in now your new life. You start making more money, and you can now afford, you know, the luxuries of life. You don't walk anymore. You eat whatever you want to eat because you can actually buy it. Mixed in with the traveling and all that, I gain and lose weight a lot, but I did gain weight definitely for sure from college. Like college, I was fit. Good times. But since then, I've always been fluctuating. My body always goes between like maybe 67 kgs to max 72, 73. But late last year, which is why I wanted to do this video, I got real comfortable. I was going out a lot with my friends. We were partying a lot. You know, those 4 a.m. cab rides home, and you pass by a Chicken Inn, and then you go to sleep, and you wake up, and the first thing that your mouth tastes, except for toothpaste, is like a Fanta. You know what I'm saying? You can gain weight very, very easily. And don't get me wrong, doing all that stuff is fun, but moderation. I was like, what is a moderation? What is your face? So at the time, I gained some weight. And it takes me a while to realize when I gain weight because of my body type. The way my body rolls is that when I do gain weight, I gain weight everywhere else, and my stomach is always hit last, which gives me a lot of time to be very delusional about whether or not I'm gaining weight. So I'll gain weight and just be like, oh, my jeans are shrinking. They've not shrunk, you've just expanded. But late last year, I looked myself in the mirror and I was just like, oh no. I did not like what I was seeing because the stomach had kicked in. So at this time, I was 79.8 kgs because I had weighed myself at my mother's house, and I was like, Joe, babes, what happened? Which is a lot for me considering that I've been able to maintain to at least never get past 72 or 73. So at that time, I was just like, okay, we need to relax. We need to calm down. Your metabolism is not your homie, so chill out. And that's when I decided that I wanted to work on my health and my fitness and everything. Now, mind you, this was different from any other time I've ever wanted to do this, because usually if I ever wanted to lose weight, it was not for health. It was just because, oh no, that bikini doesn't fit me anymore. I need to lose weight so I can be able to fit in it again. This time I was like, instead of doing like, you know, any fad diets that are very quick and you can get results very, very fast and not sustainable, let me just do something that's a little bit healthier. It's slow, but it's something that I can actually maintain and something that I can possibly be very consistent with for years upon years upon years, because I just wanted something that is sustainable. So that's what I did. This journey started around mid-January. So first thing that I wanted to work on was my food, because a lot of trainers have said this, but bodies are made in the kitchen but perfected in the gym. So 70% of what your body looks like is your diet. The other 30% is gymming. So if I can just figure out my food, I can at least bounce back to where I was before, and then I can start now working on toning up to get the body goals that I want to eventually get to. So the first thing that I wanted to do was work on my relationship with food. I love food. I'm a foodie. I can eat anything. I can eat even when I'm full. Like if it's there, I'll eat on it. Like I can snack when I'm bored. Like I love food. But I really needed to work on my moderation. I needed to work on the amount of food that I usually eat and also the timings of my food. So number one, I started doing intermittent fasting, but I don't want to call it intermittent fasting because during this journey I actually discovered that I'm more comfortable eating between the hours of 12 and 6. All the times that I've eaten really early in the morning is just because I felt like it's breakfast, people eat. Like I've actually had breakfast when I'm not even hungry. So I've discovered through this process that my body actually prefers to eat at around 10, 11, and it prefers to stop eating at 6. I'm more comfortable, I function better, I'm less lethargic, less lazy, all that. Number two, I went more plant-based. Now this is a choice for me. It took me a while to realize this, but I love meat, but I don't need it, if that makes any sense. Like I like it. Like I can go to a nyam chom place, eat the meat and be like, that's delicious. But if meat was not in front of me, I can comfortably go for 3 weeks. Comfortably go for 3 weeks without eating meat, craving it, nothing. And when it comes to the meat, I do eat meat maybe once a week, just because why not? But predominantly, I am plant-based. And one of the biggest things that I did discover during that process is the fact that I used to get like the weirdest headaches in the back of my head. The weirdest headaches. It wasn't even a migraine, it wasn't a regular headache. It just used to feel like something is like crushing me from like the inside, like over here. Like it just used to feel weirdly painful. And it would last like that for like 10 minutes randomly. Like nothing would trigger it, it just would happen. And since going plant-based, I have noticed that those headaches have gone. Like I've not had one in months. Is it the plant-based? I don't know. I'd like to assume it is. So I'm gonna keep it going because those headaches sucked. Another thing, replacing all of my liquids with water. I've always been a water well, not always. When I was younger, I hated it. And when I was bigger, like water was like the last thing that I'd ever drink. But over the past few years, I've always been a water person. If I'm thirsty, I'll always drink water. But I have noticed that every time I find myself gaining a lot of weight, it's because I'm not drinking water. Like I find myself drinking a lot more juices, smoothies, sodas, things like that. So I have completely cut out all juices, sodas, any sweet drinks. I only drink water. You will only see me drink water, even when I'm having an adult beverage, which I still partake in because it's a good time. What I will do is, for example, if I'm having gin, I'll just have soda water with a little bit of lime and some gin. Or if I'm having vodka, all I'll have is like tonic water and some ice and vodka, and that's it. It's been amazing. Also, no hangovers because sugar are what causes hangovers. Just saying. So that's another thing that I've done. Water is life. It's not just good for your skin, but it's also good for your body. Like just water is everything. Learning how to deal with my cravings was also something else that I really had to learn how to work on. Number one, I have a sweet tooth. I like sweet things, but also savory. Okay, I just like food. So I've learned how to replace certain bad things or bad foods with other things that are healthier alternatives. And I've noticed that those have helped a lot with my cravings. For example, if I am craving a Snickers bar, the first thing that I'll do before getting the Snickers bar is I will try to beat the craving by, number one, drinking water, because I've discovered that sometimes I eat just out of boredom, and if I just drink the water, immediately my stomach is just like, oh, Namba, we good. Sorry. Another thing is, again, substituting bad meals with something better. So Snickers, because I like the sweet and the savory aspect of a Snickers bar, what I will do is first try having some raisins with peanuts. Delicious. No, it's not a Snickers bar, but it gives you kind of the same feeling, which kind of helps with the cravings. So that has been great for me. Something else, if I really want a sandwich, instead of having white bread, I'll just have whole grain bread. Things like that have been incredibly useful during these past few months. Not skipping meals, because I am notorious for skipping meals, not on purpose. It's just, for example, if I'm working, if I'm sitting down and editing, and let's say the editing process might take me 8 full hours, I will find myself in a situation where I started at 1 p.m. and then I finish at 8, and I realize the only thing that I've had the entire day is a bowl of oatmeal. So what happens is, when I do skip meals, I find myself overindulging in the next meal that I have. Another thing, prepping meals. Yo, prep your meals. It's great. Just pick 1 or 2 days a week and just prep your meals, because there's nothing worse than like getting hungry and then realizing there's nothing in the house. For me, my meal preps, I like to do them twice a week, and I like to make small amounts but very many different types of meals, just to give myself a lot of options. Also, just because the fact that I am meal prepping, I'm only eating home cooked food. Home cooked food is great because you have control over what you're putting in, how much salt you're putting in, how much sugar you're putting in, how much fat you're putting in, all those things, you have a lot of control over it. Also, with replacing meals, one huge thing that I've completely replaced is my sugar intake. So I eat more natural sugars. So if I'm having oatmeal, if I'm having porridge, whatever, like anything that requires me to put sugar in it, I put honey, just because I feel like it's a better option, it's a better choice than sugar itself. I still eat carbs. I know a lot of people usually like to go in the direction of cutting out all carbs. If that's what you want to do, that's your business. I still eat carbs. I love carbs. Me and Waruz are forever homies. I'm never gonna leave her. She is my homie G Slice. She's been there with me since the beginning. Waruz, that's bae. Okay, that's forever bae. The only difference is when it comes to carbs, I go in the direction of complex carbs versus simple carbs. They last longer in my system, gives me more energy for a longer period of time. I'm fuller longer, they're healthier. It's just, I don't know how to, it's just how I rolls. It's great. Now let's talk about my fitness routine. My fitness routine, I am now 6 weeks into it, which is amazing for me because I have never been able to get past 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks was like the longest I've ever done. So my fitness routine has been very gradual. I didn't go 0 to 100, and I think that was very important for me because I know myself. When I go 0 to 100, I always end up quitting because I don't like feeling pain. And I know a lot of trainers love the aspect of like, if you work out hard, you should be extremely sore, but I don't mind being sore. I mind being so sore that I can't even wear a pair of heels. Like, that's my beef with working out too hard from the get-go. So I decided that I wanted to just slowly build myself up to a point where I'm comfortable, and then, you know, go to the next level, make myself slightly uncomfortable, and then get comfortable with that level, and then just keep building up. That's what I've been doing, and I've seen that this is working a lot better for me than anything else I've ever done in the past. Because number one, again, 6 weeks. Never in life has that ever happened. Number two, my body seems to be reacting to it pretty well. My booty's looking fantastic. I'm just throwing that out there. So the way I started this journey was waking up one day and deciding I'm just gonna start by walking and just see how my body feels. I started off just by walking, I think 3 kilometers the first 2 days, and then I decided to amp it up because I realized like that's actually not so bad. So I decided to move it up to 6 kilometers. But this time I was like, can we choose a path that is a little bit more difficult for me, like challenge myself a little bit and see how much I can take before moving to the next level. So I picked a path that is like, there's some hills on that path that are so bad. And the first day that I did the 6K, for 2 of those hills, I literally had to stop in the middle at least 3 different times to try to catch my breath. Like, I had to, because it was just so steep. But I noticed that I was like, it's really, really hard, but it's doable. That was the most important thing. It wasn't an impossible task. I just needed to push myself, which meant that I was willing to do it again the next day and the day after that. So the first couple of weeks, I just did walks. Hard walks, difficult walks, but walks. Doable, reasonable, tough, but doable. Then after that, I decided to take it to the next level by trying jogging. Now for the jogging, I decided to try it around my neighborhood. My neighborhood is shaped like a track and field, like an oval where it's straight here, and curved at the edges. Let me see if I can find something close to that. So like my phone, this is what my neighborhood is shaped like, except it has a curve here and a curve here. So by 2 weeks into it, I decided to try jogging around the neighborhood to just see how my body felt, because I didn't want to start jogging with those hills because my body was not prepared for that. Whew. So what I decided to do was just see how long I could jog before I'm tired and need a walk. I discovered that I could jog from here, from this point, go all the way around and here, and then I'd only walk this path. Now mind you, I tried jogging around the neighborhood in March. I literally did it for 1 lap, almost died. The most I could do was this one strip, and then I'd had to walk all the way around. I could only jog this one strip and walk all the way around. So immediately I saw that something good was happening and things were developing, and I was getting stronger and my endurance was getting a lot better. So I decided to start incorporating jogging into my working out. So from about 2.5 weeks into my journey, remember this has been 6 weeks, so for 2.5 weeks onwards till now, I still try to incorporate some form of jogging into my daily workouts. Right now I am working out 5 to 6 days a week. I give myself 1 day off or maybe 2 days depending on how I feel. My body is reacting in a way where I can feel sore-ish, but it's like mad in the background, but it's not painful. Like I can still function and I'm willing to do another workout the next day. So for the last 3 weeks, I have also started to include actual weight lifting and resistance training into my daily jogs and walks. So what I do now is around 30 minutes of cardio, which is power walking and jogging, and then 30 minutes of weight training or resistance training. Each day it varies. There's certain days that are strictly for my upper body, so it's like arms and back, and then the other days that are just for my abs. But every single day I work on my lower body, and the reason why I do that is because through this process I've discovered that I actually really enjoy weight training, and I enjoy lower body weight training. I actually enjoy it. So for me to want to work out my upper body, which is horrible, like I hate it because I'm weak as hell, I have to incorporate lower body so that there's something for me to look forward to. So this is an example of what a day in my life working out looks like. This specific day, it was my abs days. I am currently doing an 8-week challenge for abs with Gabs, or is it by Gabs? Abs by Gabs. She is a trainer and she has created an ebook for how to start developing your ab muscles within an 8-week challenge. So for this specific day, the workouts that she has for me for that day are 4 different workouts, and I have to do each workout, or is it 5 workouts? 5 workouts, and I have to do them for 3 rounds. So what I also added into it is cardio. So what I did was, starting at the base of my apartment, the ground floor, I run up to the 5th floor, and then once I run up, I start with my workouts immediately. So I do squats, 25 of them, deadlifts, 20, those are for my lower body, love them, knee up crunches, 15 of them. Donkey kicks, 20 of them. Dead bug, 20 of them. Banded clams, 20 of those each side. Heel reaches, 20, so 20 each side. A wall sit for 1 minute. High planks for 30 seconds, then a run back down, run back up again, do that entire round again, run back down, run back up again, and do that entire round again. Then I finish off that entire workout with a 3K power walk and jog. So that's what I've been doing for the past few weeks, months, if you also want to include the food aspect. Now let's talk about apps that I've used that have been amazing in this journey. Number one, Google Fit. I have the Google Fit app on both my phones. What I use it for is, number one, to just count my distancing, because there's certain times that I will run in a certain direction where I can't figure out how many kilometers that I've done, or actually jog. It tracks how many kilometers I've done, how many calories I've lost in that day, how long I've been moving for, so how long my workout has actually been. It's been great for that. Another app, the Yazio app, I also talked about that in my What I Eat in a Day video. The Yazio app was just something that I felt like I needed to use just until I figure out my eating habits. It just has been able to help me train my mind as to how much food I need to eat in order for me to actually, number one, lose weight, maintain weight loss. Now let's talk about equipment. I get a lot of questions about equipment. Now, I do have weights. Those were bought over 2.5 years ago when I had a trainer who I barely used. I asked him to pick up some weights for me. I sent him money. He came back with those weights. They were collecting dust for so long until I started using them again. So that's where the weights are from. But if you are starting off with this journey, instead of investing so much money on weights and equipment and all that jazz, I would suggest you just start with some resistance bands. They're affordable, they're great, they're incredibly versatile. These are resistance bands. You can use them for bum workouts, thigh workouts, arm workouts, back workouts, abs, everything. They're great. Like it's almost like an entire gym in a few bands. So these are from Genio, and a pack, well, when I got them they were 1,000. I think right now I checked online and I think they're going up for about 15 bucks, so maybe 1,500. And the good thing about them is that they come in different strength levels, so you can decide what level you're on. So they go from light to extra heavy. I personally use extra heavy and heavy. These are the bands that I use on a daily. That's everything that I have been doing for the past few months. So where am I now? I weighed myself yesterday morning and I am officially 70.5 kgs. So I took a video after one of my workout sessions of my body. So here you go. Also, please, nobody talk about my face. I just had finished sweating my entire life away. Also, fun fact, have you guys ever gotten sweat into your eyes? It hurts. Just thought I'd share that. Like, it hurts a lot. Anyways, just watch. Don't talk about my face, please. I beg, leave me alone. Oops, just squished down. Okay, so this is me today, just after working out. I do not own anything but waist except for panties. Even leggings, all of them are extremely high waist, so I'm gonna have to wrap something around my hips. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. I'm happy. Like, I'm very happy. So what are my goals? My goals is I just want to get to like maybe 68. I feel like 67 is a little small for me. I don't feel sexy at 67. But also it's not really a numbers thing. I think for me it's I still want to remain thick. Like, I love still being full. I love still being a little squishy. I don't want a six-pack. Well, that's a lie. But I want to just be thick but a solid mass. Now let's talk about the giveaway. This is a giveaway from Google, specifically Google Lens. Google Lens is an app that you download on any one of your app stores, Play Store. I don't know what Apple has, the other one. And it is fan-freaking-tastic. I've used it multiple times for multiple things. I've used it when I'm running around outside and I just see a weird bug or an insect or whatever that I've never seen before. I use the app. You just turn on the Google Lens camera, you take a picture of whatever it is that you're looking at, and it basically tells me information about the insect and anything I wanted to know about it. I've also used it for shopping. If I see a friend who has a really cute pair of heels, I take a picture of her heels and it just goes into the Google search, and then it finds it and even gives me options of all the different places that I can order it from online. So I love the app. So this is a giveaway from Google Lens, which I think would be great if you want to get into, you know, some sort of level of fitness. If you're trying to get into a health journey, it's great. So it comes, number one, with this backpack. I've used this backpack so many times while traveling. This is from Fairmount. It holds my laptop really well and my camera. And if you have, oops, the other giveaways are in here, hold on. So it has an area for your laptop, for your iPad if you have one, or any type of tablet. It has a little space for your water bottle. It has a little zippy thing for any pens or pencils that you may have. It's a great bag. It's a really great bag. It's slick, it's sexy, it's cute. I love how simple and aesthetically pleasing it is. That's number one in the giveaway. Number two, which one should I show first? Next on the giveaway, headphones. When you are working out, finding dope music is like the best thing for you that you can do. These are the headphones. These are also Bluetooth, but if you're old school like me, because me, I fight Bluetooth. If you're old school like me, it still does have the cord where you can just connect it directly to your phone or to your laptop, whatever you're into. But again, it is Bluetooth, so if you don't want any cables getting in your way, you just have to charge it. And it has a charger. Once it's full battery, it can last for hours on end. Absolutely love it. It is very slick, cute, comfortable, has all the buttons. Has all the buttons that you need to add volume, skip to the next song, mute, power on, everything. It's just a very sexy headphone. Love it. Next, a water bottle by Google Lens. So you can hydrate your life, hydrate yourself, hydrate your entire life. You're welcome. And lastly, I'm very excited about this. This is a Google Home. I personally have 3 of them. I have one in my living room, I have one in my office, and I have one in the bedroom. It connects to your phone and it acts the same way Google does. So you can ask it to do anything that you can ask your regular Google to do. But it can also connect to your home system if you have a smart TV. So it can connect to Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, what else am I missing? Spotify, things like that. So you can basically just yell at it whenever you want it to turn on. And I usually, okay, I don't want to turn mine on by mistake, but like, hey Google. And it's like, yes. I can ask it questions. Hey, how do you make cake? How do you whatever? It answers me. Please play Cardi B. It plays it because it's also connected to my music app. It is fantastic. Highly recommend this. Mine are white. This one is like a sexy black and gray. And I think that's actually, no, I'm gonna add something extra for you guys, just for you guys. Whoever's gonna win this bag, I'm gonna throw in resistance bands by Genio. I'm gonna order them today for you guys, and I'm gonna make sure that it's placed in the bag. So it'll be a great way for you to start working out. You have your music system, you have your home your Google Home. Oh, also this is great for timing. So if you have a workout that tells you do a plank for 1 minute, you just yell at it and it'll set the timer for you and let you know once your 1 minute is over. I've used it a lot for those moments. So you know, you have your music, you have your home, you have your water so you can stay hydrated, and you also have a cute little backpack that you can be going to the gym with if you end up going to the gym. So I'll also throw in these resistance bands. It's gonna come in, I think there's 4 or 5 different resistance levels. So there's light, extra light, I believe, and then there's heavy, and there's extra heavy. I don't know if there's a medium. If there is, I can't find it. But however many there are, I will include a set in the bag for you to start your routine. I'm super excited for you. So yeah, now this is what you have to do to be part of the giveaway. Number 1, download the Google Lens app. And then number 2, you need to tell me down below in the comment section, how you use the Google Lens app and what you learned from it or got from it. I don't know. Hawks? No, those are crows. Tell me what you got from the app, whether you learned something or give you any sort of information, whether you use the app to try to figure out if the weird insect in your house is a locust or a grasshopper. Did that, discovered it was a locust, which made sense as to why one of my plants was looking hella damaged. And then number 2, like this video. Yeah, let's do that. Like this video. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hello guys, Editing Joy here. I forgot to add one last thing for the giveaway. If you also want to stand a chance to win the Google Lens bag with all those delicious little goodies in there, you must also subscribe to my channel. So download the app, tell me how you've used it, what you've learned from it, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Can't believe I forgot to say that last part. Now, goodbye.